guacamole, holy guacamole. I just got hit by a car, and you're the one who swept me off my feet, pushed me in the street, left me in a coma. Guacamole me, guacamole you. I just got busted for drugs, and you're the one who sold me to the Fed, leaving me for dead, played me for a fool. Making guacamole, mix it in the bowlie. I just got mauled by a bear, and you're the one who covered me with honey. Thought it was so funny. How could you be so cruel? Take it. That's good. Captain Guacamole, Officer Stromboli, I just got shot in the face, and you're the one who had the smoking gun. Love is just no fun whenever I'm with you. Guacamole coma, Yuma, Arizona, I just got hepatitis C, and you were standing there with a syringe. How it makes me cringe, breaks my heart in two. Holy guacamole, lumpy, green and rolly. Baby, I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause even though I'm down upon my luck, I don't give a fuck, long as I have you. She was my true love, now she's dead and gone. She made me feel whole, and when I felt she'd hold my hand when nobody ever would. She understood. She came with me everywhere I'd go. I miss her so. She was my only true love. She was all I would ever need, but now she's dead and buried under the willow tree.
Check 1, 2. Hello. Check. Help. 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 Check. Check. 1, 2. Checking the mic. Checking the mic. Check. Help. Perfect. Here goes nothing. Check. Check. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today I'm going to be teaching you how to make something called 5-ingredient college apple mud cake, or mug cake. First, I want to address Latex Gravy says, it's been a while since I've been here. I hope roast beef is still around. Roast beef is alive and well and currently, although you wouldn't know it from this image, but he's currently hanging out on the patio and catching some rays, is what we call it in Southern California when you get a suntan. He's catching some rays and some flies apparently too. Some flies standing around. I don't know. Maybe he gives off this scent of cat scent that flies like. I don't know what's happening there, but that's unfortunate. But those flies will probably be coming around here today because they're going to smell the delicious food that we're making. First, I want to make sure, as usual, can you hear me okay? And can you see me? Okay. Lowa 69420 says, can't hear you, Henri. So can you not hear me? Piss Baby says, I don't think my VR headset is going to come in time for this. Okay, can hear and see. So Lolwa 69420, I want to let you know that you probably have something wrong with your headphones. Blindfolded Missile says, what are you doing at a stadium on this fine day? Well, I'm glad you asked. This is actually Brewers Stadium, and it was, I don't think it's called Brewers Stadium. I don't remember what it's called, but this was sent to us by Hard Boiled Eggs. Boldly Untitled simply says wieners. Pooh Slayer 69 says, how are you, big fella? Doing pretty good, Pooh Slayer. Thanks for joining us today. Okay, everybody. Miller Park. Okay, great. Thank you. And that makes sense. Of course, Miller. It was either going to be Miller or maybe Pabst. Caitlin's Kitchen says, unfortunately, I am Hard Boiled Eggs. Okay, so Hard Boiled Eggs is the Discord name for the user Caitlin's Kitchen, who is also a cooking explainer. Okay, everybody. Sorry, I'm getting off a little bit. Let's just read some of our alerts here. We're going to talk about the Brewers in a second. Michael Bublé 4422 has resubscribed at Tier 3 for 5 months. Amazing. Thank you, Michael Bublé, and thanks for all the music that you make. And it's always really cool to see, famous people getting into the show here. It's Michael Bublé says, Chef, they filmed The Price is Right in Glendale. I think you should come on down to television's most exciting hour of cash and prizes. I bet it is exciting over there. And, I don't have the personality for game shows. I never have. They want a very specific type of upbeat person, and I've never really been that, so I've never gotten on those things. Jay Vergs resubscribed for 5 months and says it's been too long. Well, thanks for joining us, Jay Vergs. We're going to have a good one today. Kairosa gifted 5 tier 1 subs, but that was 3 days ago. But we want to thank you nonetheless. Okay. I have kind of an exciting thing. So back in 2010, we've got Robe Bauer 4 has subscribed. Thanks. Back in 2010, I think it was about 2010, I went to Brewers Stadium with my friend Mike Birbiglia, who's a pretty well-known comic, and they asked him to throw out the first pitch at the Brewers game. So we went to that very place. Whoa, Midnight Faded gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thanks, Midnight Faded. Very awesome. So there's a video that we made while we were on that little tour here, and I'm going to try to pull it up. I don't have Quanto helping me. Quanto is our technical advisor here, but Quanto is currently building a life and a family. Building a life and breeding a family, or breeding a life and building a family. I think they're both the same type of thing. So I'm going to have to do this on my own. So everybody just chill out for a second, and I'm going to try to figure out how to do this. I go to studio mode so I don't accidentally dox myself. I pull up the video over here. Okay. And then I go to this, and then I think I highlight it and I full screen it. Yeah, I think everything's working. Wow. Who would have known this was going to work? Okay, everybody. I think we got this. So, without further ado, this is the video that we made with my friend Mike Birbiglia. This was back in 2010, and I think I have to put on the desktop audio for this. I'm not sure, but we'll see. But here we go. Okay, there's us. And I have to turn on the desktop audio. Check. There might be a little bit of an echo, but I don't know what I can do about that.
I am Mike Birbiglia, and we're on week 2 of the tour. I'm here with Henry Phillips, and we're going to St. Louis, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, and at the end of the week, Detroit. And we stopped in early to Milwaukee, and the Pabst Theater is really cool. They hooked us up with Brewers tickets, and I'm throwing out the first pitch. So great. So I can actually practice? Because you're... Wow. Just because I'm me. Thank you so much. You hear that? Just because I'm me. Finally. And I am... You've been searching your whole life. And I am... the guy that Tyler brought out. Mike Birbiglia. The guy Tyler brought out. Got our tickets.
They didn't know Mike's name.
And they're like $100 tickets. So if you could just give me like $30.
I give you $30.
Hypothetically, how much does a guy get for a ticket like this?
Well, our ticket office gets, that's like $90 or something like that.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but he's trying to say that I owe him $90, but I'm saying you got it for free, so why would I pay him? Just pretend like I didn't go, you know.
I still agree with that. I don't know why I had to pay him.
Where are you guys going? Whoa. Where are you guys going? Just pictures. Well, hold on a second, because he doesn't have just... All right. It's all right?
Yep, they're going back to the batting cage.
To the batting cage?
Yeah.
Okay, he said cutoffs. That's fine.
No.
Which, all the way to the batting
Straight
cage?
through the back door, yeah. Extremely famous. I can assure
All the way straight through.
there is no problem here.
Ready?
I actually composed the music for this sequence.
was the Red Sox, but the Brewers will have to do.
I didn't really want to come. I just wanted to.
Let's fly away. Can use some exotic booze. There's a bar in far Bombay.
Okay, wait, are we back now? You can hear me and you can see me. So was that a success? Oh, I can't see your comments here. So I have to undo a bunch of stuff. Okay, Jolly Austin says it's a success. Caffeinated Kath, yes. Husky Boyle says, can see and hear you. I'm not going to say I don't need Quanto, but let me just say that I'm getting to be a little bit of a badass when it comes to shifting around from all kinds of screens and different content and stuff. Tar Heel Cole 13 says, good video, Henry. That's cool. You got to go to Miller Park. Yeah, we had such a great time. It's a great stadium. It's a really great place to watch a game. And Jay Verg says, is Mike the one who taught you how to balance your coffee cup while at the voting booth? No, I think that was just that was based on a true story that happened. You can see that on a series called You and Your Fucking Coffee. It's on YouTube. All right, everybody. Midnight Faded, thanks again for gifting those 5 Tier 1 subs. That's very kind of you. And Game Master Flash gifted a Tier 1 sub to Seraph Poe. Thank you very much for all of that. Okay, all right. So now that we're back, thanks again to Hard Boiled Eggs for giving us this cool background. And we're taking a trip down memory lane and reminding me of that wonderful time that we all went to the Brewers game. Mike Birbiglia and what is that? There's some kind of a thing. Oh, okay. All right, so we're going to go to a different picture here. Why don't we go to parasitosis? Gives us this one. Very interesting. Elysium Brew just subscribed. Thank you, Elysium Brew. Okay. So, all right, let's take in this picture here. This is cool. Is this from a video game or parasitosis? Is this your actual kitchen? It's hard to say, but it looks very cool. I love it. And speaking of parasitosis, we have a couple of birthdays today. Parasitosis, I've just been informed, is one of them. As well as It's Kate. It's Kate's birthday, and It's Kate, of course, is one of our main users going way back, a moderator, and does so much work to contribute to what we do here. So I'm going to do the birthday song for both of those users. And let's put on the reverb. Check, 1, 2. It's nobody's birthday. No need for candles on the cake. It's nobody's birthday. It was just a big mistake. It's nobody's birthday. Don't buy a whole bunch of balloons and celebrate. 'Cause it's nobody's birthday, but it's Kate. Now it's Kate X on Twitch, if I'm not mistaken, so maybe we'll try that one. What rhymes with X? It's nobody's birthday. No need to get a bunch of presents and send them via FedEx. 'Cause it's nobody's birthday, but it's Kate X. Okay, happy birthday, it's Kate, and thank you for all that you do. And now this one's gonna be really tough. Computer, volume 10. It's nobody's birthday. Computer, what rhymes with parasitosis?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Computer, give me some rhymes for trichinosis.
I didn't find any rhyming words for trichinosis. It is a parasitic disease caused by eating undercooked pork. For your convenience, I've provided some words that almost rhyme. Psittacosis, a disease caused by a virus. Silicosis, a lung disease caused by inhaling silica dust. And shigellosis, a bacterial infection caused by eating contaminated food.
It's nobody's birthday. Don't go out to eat and accidentally get shigellosis. 'Cause it's nobody's birthday, but parasitosis. Happy birthday to both of you users. And thanks for all that you do. And yeah, I just want to say, I always thought parasitosis made sense from a Latin perspective. I would think that parasitosis means. Computer, what does the suffix osis mean?
The suffix osis indicates an abnormal condition or an abnormally high or excessive amount. It is commonly
Amount
used
of
in medical
parasite.
terms to denote an abnormal condition or disease.
Okay,
state.
computer, stop. So yeah, I thought parasitosis was a word this whole time. Parasitosis, thank you very much. Saguaro U says, pneumonultramicroscopic silicovolcaniconiosis. I didn't know that. Try to say that 5 times fast. Okay, Blindfolded Missile says, as is ligmia. Ligmia, I'm not sure if I'm familiar. I've heard the word. Okay. All right, everybody. Lacey T gifted us 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Lacey T. And Borsenvin resubscribed at tier 3 for 22 months of love. Thank you so much, Borsenvin. And let's see what we got here. In terms of, we're at 445 subscribers. I find that to be very respectable, so I appreciate that. Tim Leff chiming in on the chat. I haven't seen Tim Leff in a very long time, since we started here. So good to see you, Tim Leff. Okay. Why don't we go ahead and do some songs now? We've got a couple of requests. We've got a request that came in here on the Discord from Nella. Okay. Carol Phillips, good to see you. Nice last name. And we have the reverb on, right? Okay, good. All right, so this is a song that was requested to us on the Discord by Nella. It's a song from, I think, the 70s. It's actually a very interesting story I was reading about on wikipedia.com. And they said that apparently the band played the song in the studio. I think it's an English band, I'm not sure. 10cc. And they played it, and then they just thought, this song sucks. And they never did it again, except for the secretary at the time was walking around humming the song just from hearing it that one time. And they said, well, seeing as how songs are generally about trying to get the general public to sing them and have them stuck in their head, maybe we're onto something with this song. So they went and revisited it and put some lyrics to it, and that's what they came up with here. And I think the secretary is the one who you hear singing on in the middle of it. There's a female voice saying, "Big boys don't cry." Now, everything that I just said could very well be bullshit. It could either be bullshit that I read on Wikipedia, or it could be bullshit that somebody gave to Wikipedia, or it could be bullshit coming from me. Like I might have just made that whole thing up. You really don't know. But either way, it's an amazing story. Okay, so we have a couple more alerts here. Fabio tipped $5. Thank you, Fabio, and says, your songs almost bring me joy, which is pretty impressive. Do you mean joy is impressive and I almost bring it to you? Or do you mean it's impressive that I almost bring you joy? There's two ways to read it. I'll, of course, read it in the negative way. Let's check in again on roast beef. Doing well. The flies seem to have gone away. I think that's a good sign. When you're sleeping, you don't want a bunch of flies hanging out. Okay, Parasitosis says, whenever I hear Henry strum the guitar, I always expect him to start playing Roundabout. Well, that sounds like a challenge. Falls apart from there. Midnight Faded, oui, je parle un peu le français. Je crois que il y a beaucoup de gens ici qui est de France. Par exemple, Borsenven. Et c'est important que on parle français dans les Twitch streams. Merci beaucoup, Borsenven. Lucky, what can't Henry do? He even knows French. Well, I know a little bit, not much. Okay. Minho Shin 64 has resubscribed at tier 3 for 20 months. Thank you so much. I'm playing the song from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Is that a game? Do they use Roundabout? See, if these games are using songs that appeal to Gen X people like myself, then maybe I'll play more of them. Again, Stray not only was the best game I've played so far, but it was like kind of a whole lovely escapist experience that I really enjoyed sharing with you guys. And if there's other games like that, somebody said Sim 4, let me know. JSBX fan says, fellow Gen Xer that is here for the prog. Yep. Okay. Boldly Untitled gifted a tier 1 sub to Reverend Papa John. Thank you, Boldly Untitled. And Yup Eric has resubscribed for 25 months and says, oi. Parasitosis says it was used in an anime that has characters named after famous musicians and bands. Oh, I see. Interesting. Is there a Steve Howe or a... what's Chris Squire or John Anderson, Rick Wakeman. I just named a lot of the band members from Yes, which I didn't think I could do. Okay, so let's go ahead now and do this song from 10cc, and we'll do it the best we can. I'm not in love, so don't forget it. It's just a silly phase I'm going through. And just because I call you up, don't get me wrong, don't think you've got it made. I'm not in love, no, no. It's because I'd like to see you, but then again, that doesn't mean you mean that much to me. So if I call you, don't make a fuss, don't tell your friends about the two of us. I'm not in love, no, no. It's because. And this is where the girl comes in and sings, be quiet, big boys don't cry. Stop it, you're making a fool out of yourself. Quit crying. Sorry, I went into my mother for a second there. I keep a picture upon the wall. It hides a nasty stain that's lying there. He didn't have to go into that detail. So don't you ask me to give it back. I know you know it doesn't mean that much to me. I'm not in love, no, no. It's because. Now it goes into a classic 251 for any musicians out there. Bridge. Ooh, you wait a long time for me. Ooh, you wait a long time. Ooh, you wait a long time for me. Ooh, you wait a long time. Yeah, Tar Heel Cold 13, you're absolutely right. We use Ultimate Guitar Tab here, and unfortunately, you have to do an awkward break of the song so that you can scroll down, and sometimes you'll get an ad from Tucker Carlson. I'm not in love, so don't forget it. It's just a silly phase I'm going through. And just because I call you up, don't get me wrong, don't think you've got it made. I'm not in love, oh no. It's because. You're right, Hank Boozle. I don't know if it's that. I think they probably looked at the demographic of people that are the age of this song and they targeted it that way. I don't know, but you have to block ads, you have to scroll down. We don't really have a solution to that right now, but we will eventually. I might get glasses and then I can shrink the lyrics down. Thanks, Borsenben. Thanks for all the clapping, everybody. Thank you very much. And thanks, Nella, for that. Am I wrong, or was that a song used in Guardians of the Galaxy? Because I feel like it did have sort of a resurgence recently. And you know what else? And I'm not one to analyze the song lyrics or anything like that, but I think, if I had to guess, I think the song is supposed to be ironic. I think it's supposed to sort of come through in the subtext of it that this guy really is in love. And he's just trying to be man enough to not admit it, I guess. But that's the way I'm interpreting it. I could be way off. Okay. Caffeinated Cat says, Henry, the Rat Tail has won the weekly poll at the office. Do you have any suggestions on this week's poll? I'll think about it. I'm sure we're going to get one. I'm sure we're going to get a poll idea. So thanks for keeping me informed on that. Caffeinated Cat drinks coffee and watches with coworkers. Sakatumi, rookie mistake trying to interpret lyrics. Yeah, you can't interpret lyrics. For example, the song Cocaine by Eric Clapton. I think it was Eric Clapton. Computer, did Eric Clapton do the song Cocaine?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, yes, Eric Clapton sings the lead vocals.
Yeah, and it's like if you want to hang out, you've got to give a shout to Cocaine or something like that. And I always thought that the song was sort of a metaphor for the kind of shattering recognition of the sort of over-commercialized sentimental realization of the absence of legitimacy and ingenuity in modern culture. But it turns out that he's actually just talking about cocaine. Evil Ian 02 says, gotta pay your dues to the drug industry. You absolutely do. Slash Knox, yep, the reverb is on, but we're doing it. Lowas 69420 says, what are you on about? I think Lowas 69420 is British, because that sounds like a British figure of speech or syntax. But I don't know. I feel like I'm interpreting all kinds of things today. Have you really paid attention to the lyrics of Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne? Burnt Cereal asks. Whole time I thought he was singing about an erratic train. No, he's talking about his mind. He's going off the rails on a crazy train. Parasitosa says, I used that syntax and I'm from Michigan. Well, that could be, it could be generational then. I'm not sure. Okay, everybody. Lowa 69420 says, oi, mate, get back to cooking too. Cooking explaining. Oh, I think Lowa 69420 just gave it away. They are from Australia. Okay. Boldly Untitled says, I like my little present icon. Not sure how I got it, but it feels fitting with all these birthdays. Yeah. All right. Well, we got to do another song. M's 182 says, mate, play something. 3 head. Okay, yeah, you're right. I need to get on with it. I do too much talking. We have another song request. This one comes to us from Kairosa. And this is a beautiful song. And in fact, I think that this song was popular right about the time that Brewers video that I showed earlier with Mike Birbiglia throwing the first pitch. I think that this song was popular during that time because I'm sort of associating the two. But it's a song by the Postal Service, which was Death Cab for Cutie. I can't remember the name of the lead guy, but he writes a lot of great songs. But this song is covered by Iron and Wine, and I got to see Iron and Wine open for the Postal Service and Death Cab for Cutie, which is kind of the same thing. About 2 years ago at the Hollywood Bowl, and it was just unbelievable. The whole thing was just incredible. So, all right, let's go ahead and do this song. Wow. Something's off. That's better, okay. I'm thinking it's a sign that freckles in our eyes are mirror images, and when we kiss they're perfectly aligned. I have to speculate. God himself did make us into corresponding shapes like puzzle pieces from the clay. True, it may seem like a stretch. This is a Jose Suicidio type range, but it's thoughts like this that catch my troubled head when you're away and I'm missing you to death. When you're out there on the road for several weeks of shows, and when you scam the radio, I hope this song will guide you home. They will see us wavy from such great heights. Come down now, they'll say, but everything looks perfect from far away. Come down now, but we'll stay. I tried my best to leave this song on your machine, but the persistent beat, it sounded thin upon listening, and that frankly will not fly. You will hear the shrillest highs and lowest lows with the window down, where this is guiding you home. They will see us waving from such great heights. Come down now, they'll say, but everything looks better from... Oh boy, hold on a second. Such great heights. Come down now, but we'll stay. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, it's a beautiful song. That was a little weird because it's really it's a dirge, basically. It's a song that maybe somebody sings when a loved one dies and you sing it at the funeral. No. If you sing it the way I did, it's sort of like that. But it's an incredible song, and thanks for requesting it, Kairosa, and thanks for indulging me. I know we come here to cook, but every now and then we need to also realize that we have to pay homage to the artists of the world, and that's just what was going on there. So hey, I think this is probably as good a time as any, to remind everybody that I'm going to be performing in a couple weeks in Park City, Utah, August 2nd and 3rd, for the art festival they're doing there at the theater. And if you want to come see the show, you can get tickets at henryphillips.com and go to the tour area. And also, Danny's Pub in Naperville, Illinois, September 21st. We've got a lot of tickets sold for that one, and it's going to be a blast. So, all right, everybody. And I think it's time. Seraph Poe says, come to Virginia in November. Oh, I would love that. I love Virginia. It's a beautiful state. So maybe one day I'll be able to do that. Lowas69420 says, someone's mom was stabbed at Danny's Pub. Now, normally I would say that's shocking and amazing, and I'd be concerned, but you've said that same person's mom was stabbed in multiple locations, so it leads me to believe that person's mom just has a thing for getting stabbed. That's their thing. And some people, everybody's got weird things. I remember the comedian Gary Shandling talking about how he liked to get in a robe and stand in front of a tennis ball machine. Parasitosis, what state isn't beautiful? Ooh, that's a good question. Watch this answer. The state of depression. Nah, that was dumb. All right. I can't really say right now because maybe that state is gonna want to hire me one day. So I don't want them to go back to the stream and pull out this excerpt of me talking about how their state wasn't beautiful. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and start cooking. We have a lot of cooking to do. Computer, how much time is left on the timer?
There are no timers set.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. I think I told everybody that I herniated a hemorrhaged flactoid muscle. So it's been a little difficult for me to operate the green screen. But it's getting better. I just have to do some physical therapy exercises. And okay, everybody, here we are. Piss Baby says, watch it, buddy. Oh, Quanto says Reverbicin. I know exactly what that means. Testing. Check. Are we good? Check. All right. All is right with the world. Roast beef is still out there catching some rays and Z's at the same time. He's catching Z's and flies. He's literally catching flies, rays, and Z's. 3 expressions in one expression. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be making today. Computer, how much time left on the timer?
There are no timers set.
That's right, of course. Passion Error cheered 100 bits and says to be continued. Thanks, Passion Error. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit gifted a tier 1 sub to Hardboner69. Thank you so much, Purple Donut Filling His Fruit, and a big welcome to Hardboner69 for joining us on the stream. And Yup Eric has resubscribed for 25 months. So I think we're doing okay. We are in good shape. So I'm going to talk to you about this book. They don't sponsor us. I don't know where you can get it. I got it at this little mom and pop shop. I don't like to buy stuff from Amazon because they're a big corporation, and I like to do the support local mom and pop shops. So there's this place down the street. It's 2 brothers, I think. It's just called Barnes and Noble, and I guess that's their names or whatever. But I got this book there, and look at it. I can't recommend this book enough. It's by Pamela Elgin, and it's called the 5-Ingredient College Cookbook. I haven't been in college in 30 years, but this book, you gotta have this book. And you know, they don't give me money for it. I wish they did, but it's so good. And I'm gonna go right now to page 177 of the book, and we're gonna make something called apple mug cake. What is an apple mug cake, you probably ask, or at least I ask. And the answer is, I don't know. So I'm going to ask the computer. Computer, what is a mug cake?
A mug cake is a simple cake recipe that can be made in a mug using common kitchen ingredients such as sugar, flour, eggs, and milk. It is a quick and easy dessert option that can be prepared in a microwave oven. Mug cakes are often sweetened with sugar and can be flavored with different ingredients such as cocoa, vanilla, or cinnamon. They are a convenient and delicious dessert option that can be made on the fly.
Okay. All right. So Tar Heel Cole 13 asks, does this hurt the mug in any way? I don't know. I've never made this. We're going to find out. But I am so trusting of this book that I really don't think it would. But what am I talking? What am I going to the computer for? It's got an intro right here in the book. So let's read what Pamela Elgin says. Apple mug cake. This mug cake is studded with bits of apple and will remind you of fall. Ooh, that's great. Even because it is the summer, but we do want to be reminded of fall because we're kind of tired of the summer. When you're baking with apples, choose Braeburn, Granny Smith, Jonathan, or Gala varieties, which all hold their shape well when cooked. Well, I think this is Granny Smith. Add a pinch of ground cinnamon and nutmeg for even more autumnal flavors, but we don't have to do that because we use something called allspice, which is literally all the spices. So we're not going out and buying each individual spice. Okay. Crabloon says, I only have an aluminum coffee tumbler. Can I make this in my microwave? I guess. There's a test, apparently, to see if what your dish is, to see if it's microwave safe. What you want to do is put it in your microwave for 2 minutes. And then if you take it out and it's melted, or if it caused a bunch of sparks and damaged your microwave, that means that it's not microwave safe. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rinse this. You always want to rinse. I got this at the farmer's market, and you want to rinse the food that you get at the farmer's market because those people really are, they don't necessarily wash their hands when they're doing their thing. And I'm not talking about the merchants, I'm talking about the people that pick stuff up. By the way, I just noticed that this apple seems to be a portal into Parasitosis's kitchen. How strange that is, huh? What a weird thing. Okay. Space Ghost 8, my apple doesn't look like that. Huh. Okay, I think we can fix it. There we go. It's just a regular apple now. Well, it's got some blemishes on it because I got it at the farmer's market. Okay. Anxious Fairy says, Henry picked that apple straight from hell. Yeah, I might do more playing around with that. That's fun. Let's just do something fun here real quick because we never really do fun stuff here. Whoa. Look Look at that. My apple is a portal into my cat roast beef with a beautiful chef hat that was given to us by Brian Daniels. And cool. Or is it just a regular apple? Nothing to see here. Alright, I'm having way too much fun with this dumb stuff here. Lowa69420 says, can I use watermelon instead of apple? I've never made this dish before, but that sounds good. Why not? It's just that watermelon's going to be a lot harder to take home. Okay. Here's what we're going to need for our ingredients. We will be needing 1 cup of all-purpose flour. That I've got here. Let's get in a little closer here. How do I do this here? Okay. We've got our all-purpose flour here. We've got brown sugar. We've got salt to taste. I've got a little bit of butter there. It looks like mold on the butter, but that's only because I made a pesto sauce and I used the butter. I don't know. I got it all mixed up. Baking soda. We're not using baking powder or baking flour or baking grains or any of that shit. We're using baking soda. I don't want anybody coming up to me afterward and saying, hey, I fucked it up because I put powder. And it's like, no, this is soda. It's the stuff that you drink. Okay. We've got, of course, our tools. We're going to need our tablespoon. And most importantly, we're going to need a mug because it is, after all, a mug cake. So I'm going to be using my Nicolas Cage, You're My National Treasure coffee mug. So that's all you need, apparently. Oh, well, and obviously our apple. So let's go ahead and see what Pamela Elgin wants us to do first. I have to probably show an ad here very soon. Yeah, I think it's time for that. Well, no, I've got 7 minutes. So computer, set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
Okay. Let's see what the first order of business is here. I know you guys have questions, and I will be getting to them. Did we mention that Crabloons resubscribed for 22 months? Thank you so much, Crabloons. Midnight Faded cheered 100 bits. What's your opinion on the California heat? Not good. Computer, what is the weather in Blythe, California right now?
Right now in Blythe, California, it's 105 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly sunny skies.
That's
Throughout
actually
the day, you can expect more of the same, with a high of 113 degrees and a low of
113,
89
yeah.
degrees.
It's too much.
Also, there's an excessive heat watch in effect from Friday,
Computer,
July 9th.
stop. It always goes too much. Computer, I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
I just was getting a little frustrated here because we have a lot of work. Okay, so this mug is studded with bits of apple and reminds you of fall. So we've gone over the ingredients. What it wants us to do is it wants us to first peel and dice the apple. So that's what we're going to do now. Let's make sure here we've got Parasitosis says, what if this cake blows up the mug? Should you use a shitty mug? Yeah. I would say if you're not sure, if you're experimenting, you should definitely use a shitty mug for this. Blood Snail says, can you cook this on the asphalt outside at that temperature? I don't have a stove, but I live in Phoenix. Yeah, if you live in Phoenix, you don't need an oven or a stove or a microwave or anything. You literally just put stuff on the ground and it's going to cook right up. I think that at its hottest, the surface temperature of the moon is 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and Phoenix approaches that. Everyone type Forson says, "Hey Henlips, sorry I'm late. I was driving home and some guy kept flashing his red and blue lights at me. Doesn't he know I'm in a rush to watch the stream?" Yeah, I hate when people do that. They're right behind you. Usually you have to duck into an alley or something like that. Okay, parasitosis. No, you do not need to preheat the oven today. It should already be preheated from several days ago when we were working. Also, we've got Uglucky says, "I would be happy to watch an ad." Okay. I'm trying to think about that. It almost sounds a little bit like a barb of some sort, like a verbal barb, but I'm not sure. Parasitosis, my power went out. I forgot to restart it. That's okay. You shouldn't need power for this except for the microwave unless you live in Phoenix. All right, let's go ahead and get to work. I'm going to just clear off our table. Okay. And yeah, let's grab our apple. And I'm going to put on the UV glove, which is actually supposed to be fire retardant, meaning that fire tries to attack you, but it gets retarded, I guess. And then this is a knife that I almost just dropped. And this is very sharp, but I have a feeling if something's fire retardant, it's also knife retardant. So let's go ahead and start. It says that it wants us to peel first. So I'm not a huge fan of peeling apples, and I think that would be weird if somebody said, "Oh, I'm a big fan of peeling apples." But I have a peeler somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Okay. But the recipe calls for it. So let's go ahead and do it. This is a potato peeler, but I'm sure you can use it for apples as well. Bebo Bobo says, "Be careful." Yeah, I am being careful, and just as a precaution, I'm wearing the UV glove. Computer, stop. Okay. Well, obviously, this is a very engaging part of the stream, so I hate to announce this, but I do have to show a 3-minute ad as part of my commitment to Twitch. Boldly Untitled says, "Shit, guys, I got a call. Happy birthday, everyone. Bestos. I'll keep my eyes out for the next stream." Don't go. We're just getting started here. Okay, I'm going to do a 3-minute ad here. This is a chance to take that bathroom break that maybe you wanted. Now, if you're a subscriber, you won't need to leave. You won't see ads, but for everybody else, for the unsubs, you have to. Okay, here we go. A little bit of an ad, and some people wind up not seeing it for whatever reason. Okay, so how's everybody doing here? Let's see what's happening here. The mods aren't allowed to go to the bathroom during the stream. They trade pogs in work hours. You know what? While we're doing this, I'm just going to go ahead and cut. I don't think cutting the apple is extremely engaging entertainment value. So why don't we just have this ready for when the unsubs come back, and I'll take a couple of questions. Container 520 says, "Remember to preheat the microwave by running it empty for a couple of minutes." Okay, I didn't know that was a thing you had to do, but I will. I'm not really, my microwave game is not really as awesome as it should be to be a cooking explainer like I am. And actually, there should be a game that you can play with your microwave. I'm sure there are if you looked it up. You can really find just about anything that you want on the internet. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and scrape this aside. Anxious Fairy says, what are you going to do about the core in the apple? That is a very, very good question. Let's see if there's any solutions in the instructions. The Yaminator says, quick tip, if you put a metal fork in your microwave, it preheats faster. Okay, I might try that. How are we doing here with the unsubs? We've got another minute, so still more. Blurry Little Quest wants to know, Henry, if you could create a new apple variety, what would you name it? Well, let's see. Some of the varieties are Brayburn, so that's just sort of a name. Granny Smith, Jonathan, I mean, that's a pretty straightforward. Gala, like a big gala event. So they seem to be just random words. So I might call it a Colfax, which I think is a street. That's what I would go with, Blurry Little Quest, a Colfax apple. But there might already be one. Computer, is there a Colfax apple?
From foodanwin.com. This apple was first grown from seed in Wisconsin in 1849 and was introduced commercially in 1872.
Is there really an apple called Colfax? Because I literally just pulled that out of my ass. Not literally, but in the sense that, wow. That's amazing. Okay. So maybe I have to come up with another one. I'll just say, since it's just random words, quick theater. That's what I would call it. I mean, if they're going to call an apple a gala, you could call it a theater, and why not have an adjective in there? Quick theater apples. That's what I would say. That would be mine. I'm going to try that. Computer, is there something already called quick theater apples? No, we stumped Alexa with that one. Okay, Aurora Huntley says, always good when the cooking explainer knows his apples. Yeah, and I do. Okay, everybody, I'm sorry if you are just joining us and that was very strange stuff that we were talking about. Quanto says Ligma apple. I'm not sure I'm familiar with Ligma. Lola69420 says Sugandese. Sugandese. I've never heard of that. Container 520. The apple won't cut itself. Yeah, no, you're right. We need to get back to work here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody's questions or alerts. Queecan resubscribed for 9 months. And thank you, Queecan. Alexander Dean resubscribed for 22 months. Thanks, Alexander Dean. Okay. Bibo Bobo says, did you make sure to buy an apple that fell far from the tree? Yeah, I think it did. Tar Heel Cole 13 says, Mike Hunt apples. Mike Hunt. I've never heard of those. Gayfish 69, I'm getting off so much, it's been a while. Okay, all right, everybody. Let's get back to work. Lowa 69420 says Sugandese nuts apple. I've never heard of that. Okay, let's answer Parasitosis' question, birthday question. Let me go back here. Parasitosis, I got to know on this, since it's my birthday, your favorite parasite. Favorite parasite, I'd probably say my old roommate, Kevin, from 25 years ago, was pretty bad. But other than that, I don't know. Maybe tapeworm. Okay, come on. We're getting off here, guys. Let's get back on. What are we doing? Oh yeah, okay. So if you're just joining us, Eureka just resubscribed for 24 months. Thank you so much, Eureka. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick check on my cat roast beef because I just feel like I think he's been outside too long. Now I feel bad for disturbing him. It's not very hot out for some reason. I can translate what he's thinking right now. He's going, what was that? Was I having a dream? It felt like somebody came over here and touched me on the head. Now I can't get back to sleep, so I'm just going to sit here and just sort of ponder what the hell just happened. Okay. Eureka says, did some weird man touch me? I'm not sure. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, that's what he's saying right now. Yeah. Okay, we're going to check back in with roast beef in a little bit. But unfortunately, we have to turn away from it so that we can... he's probably going to go to sleep soon here. He's a little... When he crosses his arms like that, it means he's perturbed. Okay, so we want these peeled... And it says diced. Not sliced, diced. Computer, what is the difference between dicing and slicing?
The difference between dicing and slicing is how food is cut. Dicing involves cutting food into small, uniform cubes, while slicing cuts food into long, thin pieces.
Gotcha. Okay. By the way, roast beef is back to sleep. The drama is over for his day. Okay, so I think it said something about cubes. So I'm going to cut around the core because somebody asked. Eureka, you're absolutely right. All is right with the world here at Henry's Kitchen. I don't know about outside of Henry's Kitchen. I think this is the method that you use to decore it. Okay, so now we have all these slices. Still got a little bit of core there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Computer, what's the worst thing that could happen if you eat the core of an apple?
From Livestrong.com. While eating a serving size per day might not cause digestive upset, eating even a small amount can trigger symptoms in some people if they have conditions like IBS or allergies.
Oh, I do have IBS. Unless IBS, meaning unless I'm bullshitting. That was just a little joke I came up with right here. Sometimes cubing your apples can lead to amusing thoughts. I'm actually going to get rid of this core part. Okay. Dan the Dork says apple seeds have cyanide in them. Ooh, I did not know that. Well, then in that case, let's avoid it. I believe cyanide turns you into a raving lunatic and then it kills you. But I think we're doing okay dicing. Dicing away. Now again, I've never had this particular dish, but I will say that everything that I've ever gotten from this book has been good. I think when I made chicken cacciatore with Chef Reactions, I might have used the recipe from that book. Denosaur just resubscribed at tier 3. That's amazing. Wait, Denosaur, so are you... I have to make sure that you're one of our tier 3 subscribers here on the board. I'm pretty sure you are. Yep, there you are. Right there in the middle. Right above Nico Teso. Thank you very much for your resubscription at the tier 3 level. Also want to thank Anonymous, the group Anonymous, the hacking group, for gifting a tier 1 sub to Anita Gothard Dump. Okay. Thank you very much, Anonymous. Anita Gothard. Okay, let's get back to work here. We're almost done dicing. And remember, we're dicing, which means that you're turning it into cubes. Don't slice it. If you're slicing it, what are you doing? You're fucking up. No one ever said to slice. We're dicing. I wonder what the reason is that they call it dicing. If it means cubing, they should just say cubing. Okay, we're almost done, guys. They say that seeing somebody dice apples for a long time can be relaxing in a similar way to watching paint dry. But unfortunately, there's not really a model, an economic model for them to air that kind of content on mainstream TV. That's why we are here on Twitch. Okay. Parasitosis says dice because it looks like a dice. Oh yeah, that's probably exactly what it is. Okay. Eureka says, I'm so relaxed right now. Might be the weed, though. Surely the apple dicing. Okay. We need to get to work here. So I've got my apples diced. Let's see what our next order of business is. Grab your mug. We're going to be using You're My National Treasure Nicolas Cage mug. Combine all the ingredients in a microwave-safe mug and stir to mix. Wow, really? I just don't think all that stuff's going to fit in there. But let's try it. Okay. This is a half a cup, so we want to use a half a cup of apples. We can take off the of glove. Okay. It also says it wants a quarter of a cup of hot water. So I'm going to use this hot water heater thing. Starting to collect flies here, which is a good sign. That means that whatever we're cooking here must be smelling good. Now it says hot water, but it doesn't say how hot. And that's going to be a problem. You know what? I'm just going to run the hot water. It's not going to be very good though. Alright, I need a quarter of a cup of hot water. Sorry everybody, I'm a little distracted. Quarter of a cup of hot water. So that's basically just going to be half of this, which is a half a cup. Okay, so let's put that in. There's our water. Next up, we need, what do we got here? Combine all ingredients. So we need 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda. Now this doesn't have an option for 1/8, but it does have 1/4. So let's just see if we can guesstimate what 1/2 of that spoon would be. A very small amount of baking soda. Okay, next up, we've got our 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. This is all-purpose. Wait, yeah. So what that means, no, okay. I don't think that is the all-purpose flour. Oh boy. This is the all-purpose flour. That was like some kind of uni-purpose, meaning there's only one purpose that you can use it for. Ah, this is getting all over the place. This sucks. Okay, we need, what did it say? 1/4 cup? But I just used that cup for water, so it's gonna get it all. I should have a 1/4 cup thing somewhere. I don't understand where it could be. Oh, here it is. Okay. 1/4 cup. Of all-purpose flour, and we're going to put that in our mug. Next up, we've got, so we've done flour, baking soda, we've put our apple in there. Brown sugar, well, we have to sweeten it, right? So 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Ooh, this smells good. 1. That is a lot of sugar. But I think what we're doing here, since it's called college, the college cookbook, is a college student probably should get their apples to get some nice nutrients and fiber there and be healthy. But what's happening is that you're putting all kinds of extra shit on there to make it more like a cake, like sugar. So this college student will have diabetes if they eat this every single day. Computer, what happens if you eat too much sugar?
According to Mayo Clinic, too much added sugar of all kinds can contribute unwanted calories that are linked to health problems, such as weight gain, type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, tooth decay, and high triglyceride levels, as well as increase your risk of heart disease.
Okay, well, it's not as bad as I thought. Pinch of salt, I'm just going to do that. I don't know what a pinch is. I mean, I guess it's like this, but everybody's got a different size pinch based on their fingers. The last thing we need is our butter. So, of butter, it says it wants 3 tablespoons. Holy shit, that's a lot. I'm going to have to get another thing of butter. If you don't know about this, this is a good lesson. I'll show you. Every stick of butter, no matter what country you're in, no matter what brand it is, this is standardized by not just your country's government, but from a commission that's an agreement of all the governments across the globe, even governments that are enemies with each other. They all have a tablespoon measurement on the outside of the packaging, the inner packaging of the butter. Even countries that are enemies with each other figure, all right, well, this is something we all benefit from, so let's at least agree that we're not going to be putting butter out there without having. So how do you do it now? I need to go, all right, so that's 3 tablespoons, I guess. That's a lot of butter, but that's what it says. This is going to be a very unhealthy college student. Computer, what happens if you eat too much butter?
The serving size of butter is 1 pat of salted butter. Eating too much of anything is not recommended. It can cause your digestive system to work in overdrive. It can leave you feeling lethargic and uncomfortably full. Overeating too frequently can cause weight gain and sometimes lead to other health problems.
Okay. Sakatumi says they mark it so you don't have to put your foot in the butter. Yeah, because usually when you're measuring, you're going to use your foot and then divide it that way. But I never understood that either because everybody's got a different size foot. Beelzebub gifted a tier 1 sub to Pancake King. Thank you very much, Beelzebub. And JB's Tech shared 490 bits. That's amazing. And says, driving, what did I miss? You did not miss a thing. Desolate Reality, Henry, can we get a check-in on roast beef? Yeah, let's check in on what the latest is. Roast beef seems to be doing okay. He's back in his default state, which is the state of relaxation. But he deserves it. He's lived a long life, and he deserves to be able to rest. Now, I'm not going to just stick that butter in there, am I? Because I don't think butter works in the microwave very well. Soft butter. Okay, so they're saying soft butter. So I'm going to pre-soften it in the microwave. That's what I'm going to do. I just need to put it on a plate. Oh, fuck. Oh. What I'm doing now is I'm basically cutting it into individual tablespoons full. And then I'm going to put it in the microwave. Because if I put cubes of butter in the microwave, they explode. I don't know why that happens. Okay, here we go. We're going to put this in the microwave. This is a lot of butter. I think I'm going to put this on the outer part of it. Soften it a little bit. And then after that, that's pretty much all of our ingredients. Hot water, soft butter. Yeah. Combine and then stir to mix. I don't know what I'm going to stir it with. Gudikal says, back in the day, the pioneers used to defrost butter in their beard. I didn't know that. And remember, a lot of the stuff that you read on the chat could be bullshit. But you have no reason to doubt it unless you have some knowledge about the subject matter. Whew. Okay, that was not a microwave safe thing that I used here, so this is actually going to be a little tricky. I need to get that. This is very hot, very hot. Whew. But we did it. Okay. Now we need to find a utensil. Oh, you know what? We've got just the thing. And it was gifted to me by you, the users of Henry's Kitchen. Let's get a little focus on this here. I am going to use... Ow! The baby whisker. This is definitely the most adorable piece of equipment that you've got in your kitchen. So let's go ahead and use our baby whisker. I can't even think of a dish in which this whisker would come in more handy than our mug cake. Okay, so the whisker's actually making everything go down smaller, which makes me wonder if we could put more ingredients in there, but I don't think I'm going to push it. Bibo Bobo says experts call this technique wang jangling. Okay, I didn't know that. I mean, I've been cooking for a long time, but I don't necessarily know all of the terminology. Okay. Well, that went better than I thought it was going to be. Sometimes stuff gets caught in your whisker. Okay, so now we're going to take this and we're going to put it in the microwave. Computer, can you put mugs in the microwave?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, majority of mugs are microwavable, but be sure to check the bottom of the mug to see if it is microwave safe.
It just says trademark property of national treasure Nicolas Cage. Doesn't say anything about it being microwave safe. Microwave on high 1 minute and 45 seconds to 2 minutes, or until the cake is set in the center. What does that mean, I wonder? This is a strong microwave, so I'm not gonna Anxious Fairy says as long as it doesn't say do not microwave, you should be good. Okay, that's good to know. Parasitosis says, Henry, did you know that most brown sugar you buy is not unprocessed brown sugar, but actually white sugar mixed with molasses? Extra steps just to charge you more. So you're saying that I could just use my white sugar and then add molasses, which I have. And here I am going out and buying a big thing of... Yeah, that's the kind of scam that I never knew about until I became a cooking explainer, and then you get all this kind of information. Grizz the Platman says, Jesus, do I need a degree in cake science to figure this shit out? Well, for one thing, my name's Henry, but yeah, it gets very complicated. Baking in general is very, very difficult. I would say for a lot of you, if you don't have a brain that works quickly and efficiently, I would say don't do this. It's above your capabilities. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Almost there. Did it explode? No. The mug is a little warm, but I don't think it's bad. Okay, look at this. This is a mug cake. I think it's done. It says until the cake is set in the center. In the center of what? I don't know, but I think it's time to serve this. So I'm going to take the same plate. I want to be efficient and use... I don't want to do too many dishes, so maybe what I'll do is I'll take... I don't think I have any more paper towels. Hold on a second. I'm currently out of paper towels, but I have some toilet paper which I can use to wash some of that runoff butter. I know that toilet paper is not necessarily the most sightly type of material to use while you're cooking, but it's not bad for you. It's sterile. Otherwise it wouldn't be designed to wipe your ass. Okay, Game Master Flash says, hey Henry, if you get really good at cooking, can you eat food that isn't fully cooked? Okay, yeah, I think that's probably a level of skill that is very advanced, and I wouldn't recommend it. Computer, what happens if you eat food that's not cooked? See, we're not even getting an answer. Okay. Sometimes Alexa is like, you know what? That question's so stupid, I don't even think I'm going to bother with it. Oh, look at this. Kind of looks like a real cake here. Whoa. I think we might be onto something here. This book has never failed me, by the way. So I'm very happy to be able to share it. It's going to be a bitch to clean up this mug. But, yeah. Ooh. It's very hot. Very hot. But, wow. Pretty tasty. Munch Hotel says, Henry, that cake looks tasty. Would the recipe work if you were supposed to eat it? Wait. Would the recipe work if you add whipped cream of some young guy? If I add the whipped cream of some young guy, is that in Asian sauce or something like that? I'm not sure if I'm familiar. Midnight Faded, you were supposed to eat it in the cup. Oh, shit. I didn't know that. Well, it would have been way too hot. I could put it back in the cup, but no, I'm not going to bother. All right, everybody. Let's go ahead and get to work. Beelzebub gifted a Tier 1 sub to Weebs1. Thank you, Beelzebub. And Beelzebub gifted a Tier 1 sub to Pancake King. Game Master Flash cheered 69 bits. Beelzebub, of course, one of our main users from way back. And thank you so much for all that you do, Beelzebub. Let's see how we're doing in terms of... yeah, we have 456 subscribers, which I think is plenty good. All right, I want to do a song. I'm going to do a song that is meant to thank everybody. So, let's see. What would be a good melody that we can use? We could. I think 99 Luftballons went pretty well the other day, but no. How about why don't we do... Oh, yeah. Blurry Little Quest says, do Such Great Heights. Okay, let's do it. I just felt like that was a little bit of a dirge. But we're going to do it. So this is a song that goes out to all of the people from the beginning of Henry's Kitchen who have helped. Technical advisors, the Discord runners, the moderators, the VIPs, the major named streamers who did reaction videos of Henry's Kitchen, and Gabe sent us a lot of traffic. Also the Tier 3 subscribers who support us financially and all kinds of stuff. Yarchasm says, been watching since 2014, man. Thank you, Yarchasm. You must be talking about the YouTube videos, which is fantastic. I appreciate that. Okay, here we go. To the tune of Iron and Wine's cover version of the Postal Service's song, Such Great Heights. Fucking Dingo Bob, Dom Beef Hot Bear 1110, Do Dingle Dog Ogle Dr. Flanges and Baccoos, Shane Yes, Beelzebub, Mochi's Nirvana, It's Kate Kairosa, Daisy Blossom and Sir Doom, Bumble Vision and the LGX, Pilskman Melon 95, Nymforce and Moon XQC and Amberoo, S-Band Bonnie, don't forget Quanto, Mochi's Nirvana, Dazzle Cat, Blurry Little Quest, and Reverb, Borson Van. I'm going to do the chorus with the Tier 3 subscribers. This is really beautiful, you guys. Everyone type Forsen, Nova, Glarian, Tankard, and Borson, Ella with JB's Tech. Clap your head. Archmage, Kale, Mochi's Nirvana, Sickly Boy, High 134, GS, Exismo, Melody, E-Lake, _ Sexy Daddy 420. computer, please fart for me. Burrito 5555, Maros underscore Nella Wallem, JSBX fan. Midnight Faded, Michael Bublé 4422, Piss Baby, Minho underscore Shin, Frank the Tank 936. Purple donut filling his fruit, parasitosis. Happy birthday, parasitosis, and its cake. Saguaro, Uzod, Bane, and Toke My Nuts. Game Master Flash, Johnny Pump 22, The Chironex, Denosaur, Nico Tazo, Henry Philippopoulos, Shandis 2, Gayfish 69, Ransom GR, ACJ Frog, Crazy Frog, Pancake King 2, Cat Fate, Food Taste Tester, Passion Error, Computer Help, Chef Reactions, Bill Larkin Music, The Toy Lee also never, ever, ever, ever forget Quanto. Oh, I think that our food is probably cool enough to eat. And by the way, guys, this food is going to go fantastically with some coffee. But unfortunately, I use my coffee mug for this. Let's see if I can pull down a picture of a mug cake from Google. Apple mug cake. I feel like I'm really just on the qui vive. Borsenbin will tell you what that means. My computer wasn't really on the qui vive today. Computer, give me some rhymes for trichinosis.
I did not find any rhyming words for trichinosis. It is a disease caused by parasitic worms, and there are no direct rhyming words for this disease.
Yeah, it's not doing too well. Okay, well, I want to find a mug cake that actually does look a little bit like what we're doing. Okay, you know. So last week we made a deconstructed double cheeseburger, which was delicious. Probably would have been better if we didn't deconstruct it. But that's not what we're doing today. We're doing this, which is our mug cake. This is from the 5-ingredient college. But look at that. You know, that picture is ridiculous. They've got all kinds of cinnamon sticks or whatever with apples in the background. Why do you need apples in the background? They're just obviously trying to make theirs look better than ours. You know, if you want to look at ours, I took it out of the mug and put it on the plate. But, you know, it ain't pretty. But most certainly is going to taste the same. So let's go ahead and take a bite here. I'm going to need a fork. Well, oh yeah, Evil Ian, thank you. Check. I'm eating it, it's great. I'm a little worried. But thanks everybody. The only thing I'm worried about is I have 3 tablespoons of butter and 3 tablespoons of sugar in this. But I gotta say, I mean, it's fantastic, but maybe that's just cake in general, but yeah. You guys might have to try this. Broken Carapace, you're absolutely right. It has apple, so it is healthy. Yeah, winner. Thanks, Munch Hotel. This is a winner. This is very delicious. It's just I'm worried about the health value. And again, we didn't really get the picture presentation that they have because I took it out of the mug. But generally speaking, I'll bet it tastes the same. And I have some apple left over. I'm probably going to need that apple to keep the doctor away. But yeah, this is not health food, but it's good. It's very good. So this was a success. I'm going to say this was definitely a Henry's Kitchen success. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here on Henry's Kitchen. I had a great time. I had a great time doing music. Once again, thanks again. Happy birthday to It's Kate X and also to Parasitosis. Thank you, Nella and Kairosa, for great song suggestions. I also want to thank a user from way back named Shocky14 who gave us this. This was pretty cool. Roast beef is seems to be getting back. Okay, well, this is a very sad thing that we're going to end with here, but roast beef can get out of his chair, but he can't get back into it. So I'm going to put him back in his chair. Now, the only thing I'm not sure of is maybe he didn't want to go up there, and now he's not going to be able to figure out how to get back down. Anyway, he's very old. He's got a little bit of a palsy situation too, but he's doing okay. Thanks, everybody. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. And I will see you Sunday at noon Pacific time. I also want to mention, if you live in the Chicago area or in the Park City, Utah area, come to one of the various shows. Go to henryphillips.com. You can see me at Danny's Pub in Naperville, Illinois, or Park City, Utah at the Art Festival, August 2nd and 3rd. K Pasta says, Henry, I just got here. Can you do it all over again? No, I can't. But fortunately, it saves it on Twitch. You can save it on a DVD. So you'll be able to watch the DVD afterward. So that's going to work. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much again. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week. And thanks for joining us here at Henry's Kitchen. And let's all be good to each other, and let's cook Sunday at noon Pacific time right here at Henry's Kitchen.